This week's What the F*** fight. I don't know if Dana White's going to take that moniker, if you don't know, now you know. But Matt, coming up this weekend on the main card, Raul Rosas Jr. fought on a main card his last time out. He wrestled in the first round against Christian Rodriguez. He gassed. And then in rounds 2 and rounds 3, he got beat up. He lost that fight to Rodriguez. Now he gets to take on the Alaskan-known Terr-Bear, Terrence Mitchell. Matt, for Terrence Mitchell, his record's moved around. It was 15-2. It was 15-3. Now it's 14-3. A win by disqualification was kind of notched off the record. But if you look at it for Terrence Mitchell, he took a fight on a few weeks' notice last time out against Cameron Simon. Went out there in the first 10 seconds, threw a double leg, got the takedown, and then in the ensuing scrambles and everything that was after it, Simon ended up on top, landing the ground and pound back flat. That was all she wrote. So Terrence Mitchell took that fight. It was back in July. Yeah, so Terrence Mitchell got finished not that long ago. Now, he didn't get cold cocked and knocked out. It was a TKO, but it definitely wasn't a good lasting reminder, though neither one of these guys had good lasting reminders. And if you look at it, Mitchell's last time out was at T-Mobile Arena this weekend. We have a known commodity, a guy that fought on The Ultimate Fighter Season 24 after Brandon Moreno and Alessandro Pantoja in the first episode. It's Terrence Mitchell, the former Alaska FC champ. He was on Dana White's Looking for a Fight. Was it his fault that Nick the Tooth got kicked off that show? Probably not, but it was that show where Matt Serra and Nick the Tooth get into that grappling exchange. So if you look at it for Terrence Mitchell, who came in to the Ultimate Fighter, 7-fight win streak. Dana White's Looking for a Fight. And from Looking for a Fight, then he ends up on the show. And that was Tournament of Champions. Everybody was a champ from a regional organization. So Terrence Mitchell in that fight gets to take on the Australian Kai Kara-France. Now, on Facebook, 2.9 million views. On YouTube, from a random account with just the highlight, 5.3 million views of Terrence Mitchell mean mugging and putting his fist in Kai Kara-France's face in the face-off, only for Terrence Mitchell to get absolutely bodied in 30 seconds. And if you go back and watch that fight, it's just 2 overhand rights that wobble him the first time. Then it's an overhand left that drops him. Then Terrence Mitchell gets right back up. Overhand right. Good night, Irene, as Michael Chavello would say. I don't know if he has that trademark, so we got to throw that out there. But Terrence Mitchell, he loses that fight on The Ultimate Fighter in 2016. Now, people are going to say in the co-main event, well, Moreno and Pantoja, that's not a real 2-0, brother, because that one fight was just an exhibition fight. I watched Terrence Mitchell get knocked out, and so did millions of other people. So he took about a year and a half layoff. So 2016 to 2018, he gets a win in 2018, then he takes another long layoff until 2020, and he's been active of late. But when you're fighting in Alaska in the lower weight classes, or in general, there's very few Jared Cannoniers, Justin Buchholz. There's a lot more Victor Rodriguez that we saw fight against Adrian Yanez. Terrence Mitchell has been a big fish in a small pond. Now, awesome to see him get this opportunity because when he strikes, he lets it all hang out, and his head kicks are insane. So for Mitchell, at flyweight, I don't know how he made it at 5'10", and they had him on The Ultimate Fighter. 73 and 3/4 is the reach. So overall for Mitchell, really aggressive, but not very good in that one. So now, Matt, we get Terrence Mitchell. He's 33. He's a big guy for bantamweight, and he's taking on Raul Rosas Jr., who we threw up the red flags. We said, listen, this guy's 17, bridging on 18. Listen, we think that he has good conditioning and cardio, but we don't actually know it. We said that every time. And people
find out.
People thought, geez, he's 18. He can just piss in the wind and have as much fun as he wants. But yeah, no. If you haven't gone and ridden a stationary bike or ran a mile, you probably don't have great cardio when it comes to an MMA fight. And poor Raul Rosas Jr. found that out the hard way. So, when it comes down to this fight, Matt, do I have Rosas Jr. to win? Yeah, I do. I'll get that out of the way right now. Because I think he's a powerful grappler. Both these guys can grapple quite well. Mitchell is very fast and loose with it when it does come to the fight.
You're really on that one.
Getting to the mat. Maybe I'll make it a thing. But for Rosas Jr., very powerful when he does come, and get things down to his preferred spot in an MMA cage. Both these guys strike the same way. Again, it is wildness personified.
But I do think Mitchell's a little bit better with his striking, at least. Like, he's had a lot more time to practice. At
15
least
years?
Yeah, that hell of a head start. But for Mitchell, Like, there's so many openings there for talented counter-strikers to take advantage of. Could you imagine if Terrence Mitchell had to fight John Lineker? Oh my god. That would be the worst fight of all time, or the best fight of all time, depending on who you choose.
One championship, like to see UFC fighters lose in their promotion.
Exactly. So maybe we could get a rematch of Sage Northcutt versus, what was his name? Cosmo Alessandre. That was a hell of a fight.
Cosmo's retired, though, but yeah.
Cosmo was on some stuff, probably. That's all I'm going to say. My point is, though, Terrence Mitchell is a very wild striker. Like, when he's going to have success, he is going to throw a lot at you, put his foot all the way down to the gas pedal, and just kind of figure it out as he goes. And even if he is having success doing that against a guy like Rosas Jr., it's going to leave the opportunity for Rosas to get in on the hips and have some kind of success with his own grappling. And you're right, Rosas, am I all that sold on him after the last fight? Not at all. But he does at least have a very good foundational skill set, being his grappling, being his BJJ, and it's something that he's proven to be able to go out there and get UFC wins with. So I agree with you. I think he's going to win this matchup, but there's no way in telling what his future is, even if he does beat Terrence Mitchell. He could beat Mitchell in the most dominant 15-minute decision you have ever seen. He could 30-20 the man, and I still wouldn't be all that confident about what Rosas Jr.'s future is.
Yeah, Raul Rosas Jr. is in a category now of prospects like Sage Northcutt got thrown into, or Chase Hooper. You're very good, you're very green, and they have to give you fights, so this is what we get. Matt, Rosas Jr., a big favorite. Stay away from it. We have a look at the Topology votes. Stay away from it. I'm going to say over under 80%. Stay away from it. Raul Rosas Jr.
I'm going to say over.
Don't you put it in your mouth. Remember that.
Or you might get sick.
Canadian Concerned Children's Advertisers, if you grew up
they
here
were
in
looking
Canada.
out for us.
804 total votes, 89%. Rosas Jr., 76% by decision. For the 11% that are Mitchell, 49% by decision, 22% by submission, 21% by knockout. They don't always shake out to make 100%. Again, I have Rosas Jr. in the fight. I can't offer you up much more than I've offered so far. But, yeah. I think it's going to be a highlight reel in somebody's back pocket.
Do you remember Body Break? Body Break. Was that the same thing?
Yeah, I mean...
okay.
Yeah.
The House Hippos, all that.
No. Joanne and Hal were doing their own thing. Body Break was their own thing. Concerned Canadian Children's Advertisers, the House Hippo.
I was very young, as you could tell.
That was something else. 90s ads in Canada. They were
whack.
Good. They were good.
I have Rosas Jr. in this fight. I have no idea what to expect.
It's like that creepy skull drug guy. Like, you want some of these?
Oh, that was terrifying.
That was scary. Make sure you check out the rest of the videos. Co-main event is next. Kevin Holland taking on Jack Della Maddalena. And if you want to take a break, go watch some old Concerned Canadian Children's Advertisers videos.
Oddly entertaining.
You can spend a couple hours doing that before you come back. Keep it locked in with Fight Night Picks, we always say. Let's get into it.